picturesque Provo, Utah, LaBelle Edwards Stadium. It's the Cincinnati Bearcats and the BYU Cougars. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
One of the most beautiful backdrops in all of college sports. LaBelle Edwards Stadium with the mountains shining behind it. Many say it is one of the most beautiful fields you'll ever play on. 63,000 strong, the Cougars have proven to be one of the best home crowds. Their spirit and their noise makes it a tough place to play at elevation. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. The Cougars offense will get the ball first. And here comes L.J. Martin. What a game he had last time out. Found Pater 3 times just under 100 yards in their win. The run inside. It's Martin. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Quarterback keep. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
They'll run the counter. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
To the ground. He's got it again. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. The Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Back to pass, it's Bachmeier. Catch in the middle, it's Bachmeier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. From the gun, it's Martin. They make the tackle at the 22. Will give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. And the Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Still looking to his right. Throws toward the end zone. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And this defense wanted to get off the field on the opening drive, keep the offense from establishing momentum. They did better than that. They took the ball away.
Yeah, you got to set the tone, right, on defense. Early in this game on the opening drive, you're trying to kind of draw a line in the sand saying, look, this is who we are. This is what we came to do. We're going to be more physical, and we're going to take the football away. And a play like that, it just galvanizes it.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. This crowd, full throat, spreading the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. On the ground, it's Perry. Down he goes.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He'll pull it down and run. Hard running there. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. On on the return. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. They were all over it. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
Here we go. Ready? Right, 54, right, 54. Flip, flip, flip. Spider under, spider under. Ready, go.
The give to the right. Found a little space, and he's got 4 to the 35. 3rd and long right here. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Bachmeier. Rush right in his face. Finds his tight end. He was fighting and struggling his way, trying to get that first down. Instead, they'll be faced with 4th. Looking for the marker. Runs through a tackle. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. BYU has this offense clicking. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. Motion from the wideout. 2nd down, gonna throw it. Buying time to his right. Out wide right, it's Lyons. And oh no, he loses the ball at the end of the run. The Cougars, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They're looking to pass from the red zone. To the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
There's really never any doubt with this guy. The coaching staff always talks about his leadership and his mental toughness. That was a bad interception on the opening drive, but he's able to turn the page and show you his short-term memory and just come out and stay aggressive, sling it around a little bit, and this offense is able to answer with a touchdown of their own.
And how nice is it if you're a coordinator to have a guy like that you can depend on? Like, he doesn't dwell on the one mistake. He doesn't let it turn into 2. A lot of times you can see that snowball effect, man. Just a nice bounce back for him individually and for this offense to put the early turnover behind him.
Looking to throw, it's French. Trying to burn this defensive back. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. Already a solid start to this one, now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Play action on 1st down. Right side, it's Martin. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Martin. And he'll pick up a few yards before he's dragged down, and that'll be the end of the first quarter. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Churns into the pile. Gets it inside the 5, and now it'll be 1st and goal from the 4. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's in! Touchdown, Cougars! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcats offense heads out to get things started on this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And flying down the right side. At the 20. Touchdown, Cincinnati! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Tells the run, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Dropping back, it's Bachmeier. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Left side, it's Bachmeier. He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the 1st down. BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. The Bearcats offense out there to go on the attack. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Quickly complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. So they'll get a fresh set of downs thanks to that roughing the passer penalty. It's 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Bearcats. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
And I like this offense not panicking, executing on this drive, and driving down the field and tying this football game up. I love the no panic, just stay chill, and now we got ourselves a football game.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. And he's going to bring it out. He's tackled, brought down right at the 25-yard line on the return. Hits inside, it's Martin. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Bachmeier. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Making the adjustment on the play. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Out wide right, it's Casper. And he's brought down after a nice gain. BYU coming to the line with 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Martin. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Just feeds the running back. And he's brought down after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
There he goes. They'll make the tackle, but not before he's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Give him 96 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Still looking. He turns it loose to the left. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
I don't know what play they called, but I would call it again because the defense had no idea what was going on. Receiver comes wide open, catches the football, and gets the easy touchdown.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Cincinnati brings its offense onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll run this play from the pistol. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, Cougars. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Perry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. It is deafening in here. Soaked in noise as BYU tries to get a stop on 3rd down. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Nice move to pick up yardage. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's French. Right side, it's Henry. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the 1st down. Good, solid pickup on that play. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Great place to start for this offense. Quarterback changing the play. Fresh set of downs going up top. Stepping to the right. trying to make magic with his feet. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick give. It's Martin. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. A third down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. They'll try to get the first through the air. Turns it upfield. Turning it on! They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. And the Cougars come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Run in the red zone, it's Martin. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. He's had a day, 103 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Looking downfield, it's Bachmeyer. Touchdown, BYU! He got it, big down in bounds. Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. The snap wants to throw to start this drive. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They'll need a bunch on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Fires to the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Now the Cougars are going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Punt is on its way. On the return. Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Drops back on first down. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Fires on the move. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And they head to the locker room through quarters in the book 10. Time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Holly, what did you find out coming from the locker room?
Checking in with the BYU head coach at the half. They are really thrilled with how their defense is playing so far. They knew coming in that they had a really tough opponent in the wide receiver on the other team, somebody who could change a game with one route. But their defense has been stout and solid. We'll see if they can continue to do that here as that wide receiver gets the ball here to start the second half. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback.
Open field on the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. And the Bearcats want to move quickly.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Out wide left, it's Gibson. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down. Set up for second and short after that completion. On play action. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Open space at the 25. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. And the Bearcats have it with a 1st and 10. Driving forward, it's Perry. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bearcats! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They come out for the first time in this second half. The lead a little smaller than when they went to the locker room, and they'll try to answer here. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Grabbed behind the line. It's Bachmeier. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They go to the counter. And it looks as if he'll pick up maybe a couple.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Off play action. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The sack makes it an even longer 3rd down chance for this offense. Sets his feet. It's Bachmeier. Moving out to the right. Going to try to get it himself. Still running at the 40. Lots of room to run. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Going to the run. It's Martin. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Escapes the pressure going right. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cougar!
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the return, it's Payne. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Cincinnati offense back on the field. They've fallen into a hole here, and they need to start fighting back right now on this drive. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. Back to throw, and they've got to go a long way. Turns it upfield. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. And the Bearcats line up to punt it away. He can get this one up in the wind. It ought to carry for a while. Showing some serious leg strength on that boomer. Punt will bounce out of bounds, and they're going to spot it at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hands it off. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Release to the back. They're working that left side. Hits the afterburners. Electrifying play, and man, are they set up now at the 32-yard line. The feel of this whole drive changed on that last big play. They've got it 1st and 10 outside the 30. Sells to run, looking to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Long way to go on 2nd down. Quick give. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop it. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the 1st down. They'll spot it at the 22. BYU has this offense clicking. Wide receiver comes in motion. Sells to fake. Rushes on. And he never had a chance.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
Bring him down. Very close to putting a bow on this one. Gives us a minute to check out the top 25 here in the final week of the season and to wonder what type of impact this result will have on these rankings. So we open the final period with a 3rd down play. Inside. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Selling the fake. Rolls right. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Off-play action on 1st down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
And they got him in the end zone for a safety.
Well, he was trying to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
On his way back from the 20. So the BYU offense comes out to go on the attack. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give as they work on that clock. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Cougars come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Second and long here. He's changing the play. Back to pass on second down. Tight end finds a soft spot. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that third down.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Timeout is called, and they got it just in the nick of time before the delay of game penalty. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation. The quarterback takes a snap and takes a knee. Guys, this is a really good win for this ball club as they put together consecutive victories.
And in this season, that's what you got to do. You got to put together good weeks, build on each other, build that momentum, continue to grow as the season goes on.
Yeah, David, it's all about building confidence.